The question is, if I was just starting out my career and I had the opportunity to go to a country I've never been to before, where would I go? I'll answer this two ways. If at starting out in my career, it would have been Thailand and was Thailand because I fell in love with Thai food. If it was today, it would be India because I've never been to India, and I think that it's a continent filled with amazing food. And especially right now, when so many people are interested in becoming vegetarian, it's the one culture that has really figured out. I mean, in South India, the vegetarian food is amazing.
There's questions at the back. Very, very, way at the back.
Where are you going to eat in Toronto?
Well, I had dinner before I came. I went to Kaplansky's. I had great smoked meat. Pardon? I loved it. The smoked meat, you're so lucky. Smoked meat is awesome. I've had so many extraordinary meals, but the one, every time somebody asks me this, I come up with a different meal. But the one I'm thinking of at this particular moment is, this must have been sometime in the mid-'80s. Alice Waters did a lunch at the Phelps Winery. And it was on one of these beautiful golden autumn afternoons. And there were about, 50 of us in tables set through the winery. And the menu was, this was a lunch that started at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and finished at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And it was these little courses that were paced so you never got full and you just kept eating all afternoon, one extraordinary little taste after another. And it was just this golden afternoon with, there were all kinds of, food people and some writers, and the conversation was great, and the wine was wonderful. And just when you'd think, oh, I can't eat anymore, something else would, and each thing. And it was right at that point before it was really easy to get all of these foods, these like fabulous strawberries. So, just, a little dish of amazing strawberries with, local cream would come out. And then some blue cheese that a friend had made with pears. And it was just, for me, this moment when I suddenly thought, oh, American food has real possibilities. Oh, there are so many critical food issues. It's really terrifying. I'm trying to think what we have working. I can't tell you what we have working right now because, I think the biggest crisis in the United States right now is the power of industrialized food, and the fact that we have essentially a two-tier food system where, because of our tax subsidies, if you have enough money, you can eat food that has been grown by farmers, that has never been touched with pesticides, milk that does not have bovine growth hormone in it, that no GMO products. And if you're a poor person, the way that we subsidize agriculture, fast food is cheaper than food. When I was driving up to New Hampshire last week, there were so many fast food places, I thought, well, I'm just going to stop and see what's the cheapest thing I can get. And I went to a Burger King, and for $3, I got 3 giant hamburgers. It was just, how can that be possible? And it's only possible because we subsidize that. We subsidize corn and so for me, the biggest issue right now is I think we really have to change our our food policy and the way we tax food, the way we subsidize agriculture. Who are some of my favorite writers? Well, I am a huge fan of MFK Fisher, and when I get stuck, I go back and read her. When I was younger, I really loved Verda May Grosvenor, and I loved the rhythm of her writing. We have a writer who's been writing for us recently, Alexandra Crapanzano, who is just the most beautiful writer, and I think she's someone that you're going to hear a lot about. She writes about food and the connections between people in a really gorgeous way. I love Bill Buford. I think he's a wonderful writer. Tony Bourdain is, he's great, swaggering fun.